Today we're going to check out some aircrafts. This is my first video, hi. So, we are starting off
with the tornado.
With the tornado.
GR4.
GR4. So, here's a fact board that is going to tell me the information. So the length is 54 ft. The wingspan is 45, sorry. Which the wing I think is back there. So, then the height is 19 feet, which is very tall compared to me. All the other aircrafts are a bit taller. The maximum takeoff weight is 61,700 lb.
Also, on the Tornado GR4, it also has a swing wing, which the wings can fold in and fold out. So when it's folded in, that means it's going supersonic, and when it's folded out, that's for better maneuverability. So here also we have the raptor pod that can fit onto the Tornado GR4 and the Tornado GR1. The raptor pod costs £6 million and is a photo reconnaissance piece of kit. So it can take a photo when it's going very, very fast, and then it can send it to the front line of any battle at the same time of taking a photo. So now also we have the Tornado GR1, which is a downgrade of the Tornado GR4, which we've just seen. The Tornado GR1 is got a lot of things. This one is specifically called Raspberry Ripple for the interest in white, red and blue colours. The Tornado GR1 is a very good piece of kit, but the GR4 is better because it has more upgrades. Here's the fact board on it. It has a length of 54 feet and 10 inches. The wingspan is 45 feet and 7 inches. The wings can spread to 28 feet and 2 inches. The maximum speed for this specific Tornado is 2.2 Mach, which is very, very fast. So that means it can go as fast as the speed of sound. Go.
So now we've got Big Mike. He's very large, as you can see. I'm going to go take a look at the fact board now, so come along. So the length is 57 feet. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, feet, yeah, sorry. And the wingspan is 38 feet. And the height is 16 feet. The maximum takeoff weight is 56,000 lb, which is quite a lot. Pounds, yes.
Maximum speed.
And the maximum speed is 1.9 or 1,386 miles per hour. So we're going to go take a look at the cockpit with Dylan. So
here we've got the cockpit in Big Mike. So here's some of the things that you can find inside of Big Mike. So you've got all the control panel by the side of you by here. So this is very interesting. It's got loads of levers and switches. Then you've got the control panel by you, which has got your speed, your feet, which is how high you're going, the missile status for your armament, which you've got on board. Then you've got this by here is where you're banking, so it'll tell you when you're flying straight or if you're at the bank. So if you were banking right, the line which is by here would turn to the right, and if you were flying straight, it would be just a straight line going across. By here, we've got the throttle, which the more throttle you have, the faster you can go. And if we're at full throttle, we can reach speeds of up to 1 Mach 1.9. Also, this Pacific Phantom, which is Big Mike, and that is also what a Big Mike is, a Phantom, holds the record for going to Land's End to John O'Groats in the best time. And even though this is getting on and it's getting an old aircraft now, it still holds the record from modern day jet fighters today.
Okay, so now we're here with the Hawker Hunter. Let's go take a look at the front one. So, 48, the length is 48 feet. Um, the wingspan is 33 feet. As you can see, the wing is over there. It's kind of, yeah. The height is 13 feet, which is higher than me, and higher than, I'd say, average men, yeah. So, um, the maximum take of weight is 25,000 lb, and the maximum speed is 0.92, which is 694 miles per hour. Okay.
Right, so tell me one.
Now,
Right, so inside now we've got the joystick, which you can turn left and right to bank the aircraft left and right. You can go, once you pull the joystick back, you will be going up, and once you're pushing forward, you'll be going down. Which ideally we don't really want to be going down because we would be in a pretty bad situation. Would you agree with me?
yes,
I hope you
yes,
do.
yeah. Yeah,
So
I
now
hope you do.
inside we've got the throttle by here. So this throttle would be used for the co-pilot, and I have a throttle by here which would be used for the pilot. This console by here is for the radio, and this by here is to use our parachute test. So before we take off, we must always do this. Inside again, we've got this line. So this is a perfect example of where this aircraft has been parked and that is still placed. It's at the slant, so that means that we're banking slightly to the right. We always want this flat, so it's like that, so then we can be going straight and at the fastest speed we can go. That's all we have today on the Hawker Hunter. And also, before we go, we're just going to show you the wings so you can actually see how large the wings are. Go.
Okay, guys, we're here with the Gant T.1. So the length is 31 feet, the wingspan is 24 feet, and the height is 9 feet. The max take-off weight is 9,520 lbs. The maximum speed is 604 miles per hour. So unfortunately, Dylan cannot do a tour of the cockpit. So,
But we can still view.
but we can still view it. So.
Right, so we can't go in the cockpit for the safety reasons, but we can still have a step here so we can view. We can have a look inside. So again, we've got the joystick, which is used for left and right purposes. We have the throttle and all the other things that you would find in a normal aircraft. One of the amazing things about the Gnat, which many people don't know, is that this was the very first aircraft that the Red Arrows display team ever used. The Red Arrows display team is now using a Hawk T1, which is currently used as a training aircraft in the Royal Air Force. So here we've got the Harrier. The Harrier is famous for the Falklands War campaign. Over here we've got a fact board, and as you can hopefully see, we have a missile by here, which before reading the fact board we will come and view. This missile is called the BAC-C Styria anti-ship missile. A couple of these, or even one of these, could destroy a ship instantly, and it could sink, which if this plane wanted to use, it could blow the ship up and sink it anytime it would like. So now on to the fact board of the actual plane. As I said again, this is the British Aerospace Sea Harrier F/A.2. The length of this aircraft is 46 feet and 6 inches. The wingspan is 25 feet and 3 inches, which is very tall. The power plant, which is the engine, has one Rolls-Royce Pegasus engine. The maximum speed of this engine is 735 miles an hour. It has two 30mm guns, four Matra rocket pods with 18 SNB 68mm rockets each. Missiles AIM-9 Sidewinder, which are very powerful. The bombs are unguided iron WE-177A nuclear weapons. The other things this aircraft has is a reconnaissance pod or 2 auxiliary drop tanks. Also now, we're going to explain this aircraft in particular is one of the very first aircrafts to ever hover in mid-air. So now I'm going to run you through it. So if you can see by here, we've got the lines. So this specific thing would fold down to 98.5 degrees. That would be what it would use for hovering. This is what, when it is at 0 degrees, which is straight, the aircraft would be going full speed, going straight, and it could still maneuver. If it was at 60 degrees, it would still be it wouldn't be hovering, but it would be moving very slowly, and it could still move and then just turn very easily. If it was at 98.5 degrees, it would be full hovering, dead in the air. It could still use the yaw, which is inside the cockpit, to turn and blow up any threat to this aircraft. Also, because the wing